Good evening, and thank you for joining us on Wyln News. Here's a recap of our top stories from the week. The U.S. Marshal Service announced last Wednesday that they have arrested Pennsylvania's top 5 most wanted man, Corey Matthew Migrans, on December 10th just outside of Knoxville. The 36-year-old Lycans, PA resident was charged with 17 total charges, 9 of them being related to sexual abuse of a minor. He was arrested by the Tennessee U.S. Marshal Service Smoky Mountains Fugitive Task Force. All of the charges stem from incidents that happened in 2024. The first is from the early summer where Migrans sexually assaulted the victim in their sleep and showered with them. At the time, he was living in the basement of the house of the victim and their mother. The second incident is from November 2024, where he had inappropriate contact with a 14-year-old girl and forcibly raped her. In a later interview at a children's advocacy center, the teen said that Migrans would constantly send her creepy text messages and tell her he loved her in what she described as a relationship type of way. He would also try to go into the bathroom and watch her shower. At the time, he was living with the victim and her mother. Eastern District of Tennessee U.S. Marshal David Jolly calls it an awesome day when you can take away the freedom of an animal that violated the lives of innocent young victims. Migrans was also charged with offenses involving a minor back in 2016 when he pleaded guilty to aggravated assault of a minor and endangering the welfare of a child after he beat a 3-year-old in Upper Paxton Township. Corey Matthew Migrans was transported to jail in Sevier County in Tennessee and will be extradited back to Pennsylvania. It was a great day for Christmas nostalgia. Students at the Arthur Street Elementary School took their parents and the audience back to memory lane on what Christmas felt like as a kid. Students from each class sang songs from Christmas carols to holiday hits, all directed by their music teacher. It was definitely a trip down memory lane on what it felt like having the Christmas spirit as a kid, whether opening gifts, singing carols, or spending time with your friends and family. A lot of work has been put in by the teachers, the staff, and most importantly, the students. In addition to their show, they had a special guest at the end, and yes, you guessed it, it was none other than Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus themselves. The show came to conclusion with their grand finale of the singing of Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You, with confetti filling the room. It is never too late to act like a kid on Christmas Day. It seems like we still have not gotten enough Yuletide joy, as there are still big celebrations for the Christmas season. A major example came about on Friday, December 19th, where Valley Elementary and Middle School in Sugarloaf was proud to present Christmas Time Is Here, the school's 2025 kindergarten Christmas program. This was a major singing performance event to help kick off the holiday break. The school's gymnasium and auditorium served to seat all parents and other relatives to watch their little loved ones sing some of the best Christmas jingles. We spoke with school representative Casey Beaver, who helped to explain more of the event.
So today we had a wonderful Christmas program for all the kindergarten students. Parents were able to come and watch their children sing, and we even had a poem and some props. It was a great overall day.
Both Beaver and her associate Janine Blaze got to express what was honestly the best part of the whole event.
So I think the overall best thing that came out of this program was just having everybody come together, parents, grandparents, siblings. All the students got a chance to have everybody come and show up for them, and I thought that was the best part of the overall program.
Now, if you were to ask our students, the best part would be when Mr. and Mrs. Claus entered.
100%.
With the event being annual, there are bound to be yet more amazing performances for years to come. The song performances included some of the best, such as Jingle Bells, Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and Deck the Halls. A former Cumberland County resident was sentenced on Monday morning that stemmed from a human remains trafficking ring. Back in 2022, East Pennsboro Township Police responded to a call for suspicious activity to the home of Jeremy Pauley, where they found several 4-gallon containers filled with human body parts. Pauley said that the purchased remains were from a woman in Arkansas. In June of 2023, Polly was one of 6 people indicted by a federal grand jury in Scranton for scheming to steal and sell body parts across the country. The body parts being sold were stolen from Harvard Medical School in Boston and were stolen by the school's former morgue manager, Cedric Lodge, who shipped them across the country through the U.S. Postal Service. An investigation proved that Polly had been selling the body parts on Facebook since 2021 while using its messenger service to connect with buyers and sellers. The transactions were conducted through PayPal and parts were shipped through the mail. Prosecutors argued that Polly refused to accept responsibility for his crimes. They originally sought a 15-year prison sentence and a $20,000 fine. United States District Judge Matthew Brand sentenced Polly to 6 years in prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release. He was also fined $2,000. Coming up on Wyln News, we check in with PA State Representative Dane Watrow on Watrow's Weekly Update. Plus, Wyln historian Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Cunningham Part 3. And stay right here in Wyln. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network, part of Jefferson Health. With LVHN Same Day, Next Day Cancer Care, you can get a video visit with a clinician within 48 hours following a cancer diagnosis. Learn more at lvhn.org/cancercare.
My name is Abby, and now we're going to be cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cheers Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cheers is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Hi, welcome to Watro's Weekly Update. I'm the host today again, Preston Endress, and here with me is my good friend Dane Watro. How are you doing today, Dane?
Preston, I'm doing very good. The temperature got a little bit warmer. I'm doing good, and you have a nice new tie on there. I like that.
Thanks. My mom picked this out for me. She knew it would look good here, and it's festive. So
For the Christmas holiday, I like
yes.
that, yes.
Yeah, but how about just for a bit, we set aside Christmas, and because the Jewish community actually does have their own thing on Hanukkah. And didn't you acknowledge something recently on that?
Yeah, just on Monday, with all the craziness going on that happened to the celebration overseas with the incident that occurred, they're very proud and held their pride in the Jewish community, and I stood with them on City Hall in front there for the lighting of their candles, the menorah there, and just to kick off their celebration of their holiday. So yeah, it was I was very happy to be with them, stand with them, and they're very prideful, as I am in my faith as a Christian, as a Catholic. So we have a right to express our religious belief here, and my Jewish friends did that on Monday, and I was very proud to stand with them, as I will be happy to be in my church on Christmas Day, welcoming the birth of Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's great. Yes, I'm kind of drawn between the whole Christian and Catholic thing. That's just me personally, and I'm not Jewish, but and I only have one Jewish friend out there, and he's. I don't know if he's watching this right now, but I do hope that Hanukkah goes well for everyone and all the Jewish viewers. It's all good,
Yes.
and I'm glad for that. Is there anything else exciting that happened recently?
Oh, it's funny, when I walked in here, you caught me off guard and said you were made aware of the great things, an announcement that just happened. And I was just notified about 15 minutes prior to walking in here in the studio to be with you on this afternoon, was the big grant release we had in our district. Very proud of that. So many great things are going to be funded. I said earlier in the year, I know you always ask me questions of what's going on in down in Harrisburg and the local community, and one of the things that I'm very proud of is bringing money back here to the district, and we brought back probably a little bit over $1 million.
Man, wow!
Super excited about that. Very excited. Hazel Township got some awards there. East Union in Schuylkill County got an award for a building. They want to erect a building there for their maintenance department. So many good things happening. I'm super excited. My neighbors over there in Klein Township in Schuylkill County also got an award for a police cruiser. Equipment is very important, and I say that over and over again. I understand, I get it. I was a borough mayor for many years, and I understand the struggles that our different departments face, whether it's the road maintenance crew or police departments. Boroughs, townships are financially strapped. They can't afford it without raising taxes. So that's where the state could come in and give those little nudges to them, say to get a police cruiser, get a vehicle for plowing, build a building. So we're able to deliver on that. I got to give a shout out to my staff, both in Harrisburg, in my caucus, and at home here in the district, because without them, I wouldn't be able to be so successful. So I'm very thankful for everything everybody does. Super thankful for what you do in WYLN, for allowing me this opportunity. Preston, I know I say it a lot, but you have no idea how thankful I am.
Well,
for what
you're slowly building up to the idea. Like, I think I get the idea.
I know,
but I
can't
appreciate
keep on,
that.
Gotta keep on saying
I
it.
appreciate your appreciation. Always I do.
Yeah, I want to tell you a story. Just last week, I had a lunch break and I was doing some Christmas shopping up here in our Laurel Mall.
Okay.
And I was stopped by an older gentleman, and he said, "Are you Dane Watro?" I said, "I am Dane Watro." And he says, "My gosh," he says, "I watch you every Friday on WYLN." He says, "I enjoy those shows." So that goes to show you how many people actually watch this. I hear it all the time, not just that one time up at the Laurel Mall, but I constantly hear it. And I told that gentleman that I'm just thankful that I have the opportunity to get out there and express the good work that we're doing. So once again, super thankful, appreciative. Got to bring money back to the district. Got to stand with our Jewish friends there on their first celebration on Monday afternoon by City Hall, as well as I'm excited for my Merry Christmas holiday season that's fast approaching.
Yeah, and it's really close as of this, when this is coming out, just less than a week away.
I know.
It's insane how fast 2025 has gone. I mean, like I said before, 2015 didn't come fast enough for me, but gee, where do we go? When are we?
I know. So yeah, we're less than a week away, I guess, right now.
Yeah.
And my shopping's done. I'm ready.
Good for you on that.
Got to do some more grocery shopping because we host Christmas dinner, so I'm excited about that. So I wish you, your family, WYLN, and all the viewers a very Merry Christmas, as I'm excited to get to church and I just enjoy it with my family.
Wow. To you and everyone else, I hope Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, just all around happy holidays to everyone. Merry Christmas Day.
Christmas.
All right. Have a good day. Night.
Welcome back to Feel Good Friday. I'm joined here with Dr. John. Dr. John, how's it going?
Hey Ryan, again, thank you so much for being with me today.
It's always a pleasure. Today we're going to talk about food in the holidays because, you know, there's a lot of good Christmas cookies and a lot of desserts out there.
You know, don't get me wrong, everybody. We are blessed to be Americans. You know, we have to worry about obesity in this country, where many countries, as you hear in Africa, they're starving to death. Holidays for Americans is usually an abundance, so don't be afraid to have a little bit extra turkey, a little bit extra cookies. But my point is I still want you to have some disciplines. You know, I do these physical exams in these truck drivers, so they're A1Cs. You don't want the sugar to go too high, Ryan. So my advice, like I eat a little bit extra on Christmas Day or Thanksgiving Day. The next couple days though, then I cut back. So I try to get right back to the weight that I was. So splurge, be thankful to God for the abundance you have. Let the women be happy that you're not going to say, well, I can't eat. Yeah, I don't have a little bit extra for the holiday, but then have the mental disciplines to cut back, that you don't start eating more and more and more, than getting into big trouble. So enjoy the holidays, eat a little bit extra, cut back the next couple of days afterwards.
Yep, excellent advice. And I'd like to thank Dr. John for joining us in this edition of Feel Good Friday. We'll see you next time.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, and our trained sleep professionals are here to help you sleep like never before. With an extensive line of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we are sure to find you the right mattress at the right price. Free delivery and removal, interest-free financing for up to 60 months, and same or next day delivery on select models.
And don't forget, everyday low prices. Stop in to one of our 2 locations, Route 93 in Nescopec,
or downtown Hazleton,
and see why Northeast and Central Pennsylvania sleeps better with Grand Central.
You know, this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, we're going to be doing a different show, talking about philosophy of how I want to help you to cope with your problems, to find happiness for the holidays. Tune in.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
My name is Addy, and now we're gonna be cloudy.
Golfers would find good reason to come to the Cunningham Valley beginning in the early 20th century, as in 1909 the Valley Country Club would be opened. In those early days, the course was a mere 9 holes long, and owing to the steepness of the mountain, donkeys would often be used to carry golfers down to the course. In 1927, 9 additional holes would be built by notable architect A.W. Tillingast, whose accomplishments also include creating the courses at Wingfoot, Baltusrol, and Bethpage. The club survived the Great Depression thanks to a large loan. Today, over 100 years after it opened, the Valley Country Club remains a place for golfers of all stripes to come to enjoy an afternoon in the links, and has hosted many famous names on its links over the years, from golfing great Tom Kite to celebrities such as Alice Cooper and Sean Connery while the latter was filming the Molly Maguires. The course also served as an emergency landing strip in 1939 for aviation legend Clarence Chamberlain, the second man to fly across the Atlantic to Europe, who stopped to ask for directions at the airport in St. John's. Baseball would also come to Cunningham in the mid-1900s through the semi-professional Anthracite League. Teams would come and go throughout the league's existence, but the Cunningham Rubes would be a relatively constant member. From 1940 to 1944, and again from 1947 to 1950, the Rubes would take the field against such other local teams as the Jetto Stars, Eckley Reds, and Hazleton Orioles, making summers that much brighter for the town. Nonetheless, as the 1950s would begin, there were some in Cunningham who felt that there could be more the town could do to promote additional civic activities, especially for the town's younger people. It was for this reason that a group of citizens met in late 1952 at the house of Mr. and Mrs. John Kotzak to discuss ways to make more recreational activities in the town. This in turn would lead to a second meeting on January 6, 1953 at Christ United Church of Christ, at which 50 attendees would found the Cunningham Valley Civic Organization for this purpose. The CVCO, under the initial direction of President Merle E. Campbell, decided that first effort should be what they termed a mini-fair. The first iteration of this fair would be held later in 1953 on the grounds of the Cunningham Elementary School. From that humble beginning, Valley Day has become a Cunningham institution. Next, the CVCO decided a pool would be a bonus to Cunningham, and so in 1958, the George E. Ernst Memorial Pool, named in honor of the group's initial treasurer and eventual president, would open to swimmers. In 1966, the CVCO would make another purchase, this time of the former property of James File for $25,000. 5 years later, on May 16, 1971, Whispering Willows Park was opened for the borough to enjoy. Today, Whispering Willows remains Cunningham's crown jewel, a place where kids of all ages can come to play in many ways.
My name is Addy, and now we're gonna be cloudy.
It's cold out there. Call S.J. Kowalski for the best products and solutions to help lower your energy costs and keep your family safe and comfortable this winter. Our professional team has unparalleled experience with all the latest innovative types of heating systems. We're a Lennox Premier dealer, installing high-quality equipment, providing the ultimate experience in comfort and climate control while being energy efficient. S.J. Kowalski, heating and cooling the way the earth intended.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
You know, this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, we're going to be doing a different show, talking about philosophy of how I want to help you to cope with your problems, to find happiness for the holidays. Tune in.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.